Hey guys, it's me, Johnny Crims 2000 here, and welcome to my latest reaction video. I just wanted to make a quick one, very informal reaction to the newly unveiled trailer for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that's coming out in August of this year by, oh boy, by Michael Bay. So far this film has gotten a lot of controversy from the stuff that we've known of before this trailer even came out. Obviously, one of the biggest things that people weren't happy about was the fact that it is Michael Bay directing this thing, as we already saw what he did to the Transformers series. Not a lot of people were happy with that. I'm kind of a little bit indifferent with that, although I lean towards him not using the property right, the Transformers property. Now he's doing the same thing with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or at least, or rather, he's getting a chance with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, just to let you guys know, I grew up watching the 1980s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. I was just like every other kid back then. I was completely crazy. I watched all the cartoon shows, all the episodes rather. I watched all the original trilogy of movies, live action movies. The first movie is still my absolute favorite movie of the Ninja Turtles by far. I also watched some of the 2003 TMNT cartoon series that showed up on, I can't remember what it was. It's like WB Kids, whatever. I can't remember what it was, but came on Saturday mornings. That series was also really good. It stayed a little bit more loyal to the original comics. And I've also watched some of the new series that came out. Was it a year ago, 2 years ago? On Nickelodeon, the CGI one, and I thought that one was also very good. But now we move forward to now, which is the live-action reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, the initial thing was that, again, as I mentioned before, there was a lot of bad press. Michael Bay's doing it. One of the things that we heard about was that he had changed it to them being aliens and not turtles, not mutated turtles. We still don't know what the deal is with that, but he kind of changed it. I've heard him change it back to, okay, they're not aliens, they're mutants. And I just want to go over some of the things that I noticed right away. For starters, it made me really nervous. There was a line towards the beginning of the beginning of the movie where the guy, or the trailer, where the guy was talking about, heroes aren't born, they're created, or something like that. That's what we wanted to do, was create heroes. And that really made me nervous. It almost made it seem like the turtles were made, purposely made. It's instead of sort of them being an accident, the way that they had been in the comics and in pretty much every other series that they've been in being an accident, being exposed to that ooze, the mutagen. And I also noticed right away that the trailer, at least, seemed way too serious for what the Ninja Turtles are supposed to be about. The Ninja Turtles are supposed to be fun. They're goofy. They can have action, but they're supposed to be fun. Even the original Ninja Turtles movie back in the day, the first live-action Ninja Turtles movie, that one was serious, but it seemed like this one is going the path of pretty much every other action movie ever. Very serious in tone. The beginning of the movie was like, we have to get rid of all, bad guys are everywhere, corruption, bad guys, crime. And it just doesn't feel like, or it didn't feel like anything to do with Ninja Turtles. So to me, the trailer, at least, now I'm saying this completely about the trailer. The end product could be completely different, but the trailer was way too serious for my taste. Also, another thing that I just didn't know about was who exactly the bad guy is. We saw that this guy in the trailer is talking his ass off. I don't know if he's going to be the bad guy or not. We saw a small clip, like a small glimpse of what appeared to be Shredder's helmet. But again, the trailer gave me the impression that this guy that was talking is going to be the main bad guy, unless, there's like a complete sort of like, very dramatic reveal that all of a sudden he's like Shredder or something. He has some connection with April, that's all we know, with April's dad at least, so who knows. and now I'm gonna go with like nitpicking here. I don't like the the Ninja Turtles looks. I think that I don't know, like I just don't like them. The first problem is that they're CGI. Very much prefer actual like costumes. Like to this day, the original Ninja Turtles movie still looks awesome, and part of the reason is because the costumes were so great. And it's sort of, CGI is great and all, but it looks fake. Like when you see it, you know it's CGI. You know it's computer generated. When you see somebody in a leather costume, sure, you may say the same thing, oh, it's a leather costume, but at least it looks real. Like it looks like the actors are acting, it's something that the actors can touch and interact with, as opposed to like a computer generated image where they have to pretend and it looks really fake. So I'm not a fan of the CGI. No matter how well the CGI gets, it's always going to look, fake, and it's always going to look like it's not really there because it isn't, as opposed to having actual costumes. So I'm not a big fan of that. The actual looks of the turtles is also something that got a lot of people's attention. Basically, and I'm going to be the nicest way that I can describe this is that Michelangelo looks like Shrek. I don't know why, but he has the look of Shrek. The other thing that's pretty disturbing is that Michelangelo, at least Michelangelo, because he's the only one that we really got a good look at. So I'm basing off of all these comments on Michelangelo, is that he looks very human. He has, obviously he's still kind of like a monster. He's still very much a mutated turtle. I'm assuming. We don't know if they're actually turtles or if they're just monsters at this point. But he looked too human to me. When you saw the original turtles from the first live action movies, they're obviously anthropomorphic, but they're not human. These turtles look like they have much more human qualities to them, even if they're chunkier, which is the other thing that you'll notice right away, is that they're chunkier, they're bigger, they're wider. I don't know how to explain it. But their faces, at least Michelangelo's, looked a lot more human, and it was fairly disturbing. And then, again, that's pretty much my gripe with this, is just that I'm not a fan. So far, I'm not a fan. Maybe it's the fact that I'm so used to seeing the turtles the way that I saw them growing up, and I mean, even the new series on Nickelodeon dramatically changed the look of the turtles. They're leaner, a little bit more leaner. They're taller. They're a little bit more anime-ish. So, I mean, at first I was a little hesitant, but now I'm kind of getting used to it. So that may be the case. Give it the benefit of the doubt here. But I'm just not a fan so far of their look. And of course, we'll have to wait for everything else. You can only say so much about a trailer, but those were my impressions of the trailer. I'm a bit hesitant. I'll obviously still go see it, but I'll have to see as far as like the story and what they do with the turtles, what Michael Bay has done with the turtles. Obviously, he's this trailer, the Ninja Turtles fan base is pretty loyal. So I've seen a lot of people just be completely just ripping this thing apart. But having said that, I do want to know what you guys thought of the trailer. I'll put a link in the video and put a link in the description so you guys can go see it if you haven't already, even though by now I'm pretty sure the whole world has already seen this, so everybody has an opinion and a half. So I do want to know what you guys think of it. Are you guys a fan of the new look of the Ninja Turtles? What do you think? Are you positive? Are your thoughts positive? Are you optimistic about this new direction, this new reboot? I mean, this is pretty much a reboot, so we can do whatever we want, or Michael Bay can do whatever he wants with it. And from now on, it's going to be the standard for at least this series. Or is it more negative? Like, a lot of people have already expressed their dislike and pretty much want Michael Bay to stop making movies. So, again, as always, just let me know in the comment section below. And, yeah, we'll see what goes from here. But, I mean, I'll still go end up watching it because I'm a fan. Whatever. It's a summer blockbuster, whatever. Everybody will go see it, even if they want to protest, they'll go see it. So anyway, guys, that's it for me. This has been Johnny Crimson 2000, and I will see you later. Alright, peace out. As always, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to get more stuff from me. In the meantime, if you like my videos, be sure to find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Raptr, and Screwattack.com to see the other gaming related content that I upload. Info is in the description. Who knows? Maybe you'll like my stuff. Maybe. Maybe.